Olivia, starting off with the frontrunners, which are the standout features in this selection.
Well, I think it didn't come as a huge surprise to anyone this afternoon that Joker has been nominated in a number of categories. Todd Phillips' film nominated for Best Picture. Also, Joaquin Phoenix, you can see they're nominated for Best Actor. Again, another predictable name, The Irishman, Martin Scorsese's epic crime saga starring Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci and Al Pacino, named for Best Production Design, Cinematography, Visual Effects, as well as Scorsese for Best Director and Best Picture. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's latest release, another one that we could have perhaps predicted. That won the Best Musical or Comedy Film at the Golden Globes, which is always a good predictor of Oscar success. That's, again, Best Picture, Best Director, and Leonardo DiCaprio, who was very funny in that film, I must admit, is up for Best Actor in a very competitive
always.
field. Now, a surprise entry in that category, Best Picture, is Parasite, the Korean film, which you loved.
It's amazing, this movie. No. I'm not shocked when I saw that.
Okay, so Bong Joon-ho's film has done really well at the box office and at every festival where it's been shown, but it is rare to have a foreign language, let's say a non-English language film in that category. Another very big winner, again, won the best film at the Golden Globes, is 1917, Sam Mendes' First World War drama. Now, this has been saluted across the board by critics for its technical prowess. It's filmed as if it's one long take. It's apparently beautiful. It comes out in French cinemas on Wednesday. It's apparently the hardest hitting aspect of this film is the horror of the war, the effect it has on the very young protagonists, two young men who star in this. So let's take a look at 1917.
You have a brother in the 2nd Battalion.
Yes, sir.
They're walking into a trap. Your orders are to deliver a message calling off tomorrow morning's attack. If you fail, it will be a massacre.
We've got orders to cross here.
That is the German front line.
Hold back! If we're not clever about this, no one will get to your brother. I will.
A very moving rendition there of conditions in the trenches. Now, moving to another category, the Best Documentary section, For Sama, the film depicting what life was like in Syria under siege, directed by Waad El-Kateb and Edward Watts. That was named. And the Brazilian feature, The Edge of Democracy by Petra Costa, explaining the last couple of years in Brazilian politics, also got a nod. That's also a very strong selection there for the documentary features.
Interesting to indeed. Now, moving on to Beyond Hollywood. For last year, the Academy did away with the category Best Foreign Language Film. That prize is now called Best International Feature, which has some very strong contenders this year.
Specifically from France, Les Miserables, that film that did so well at the Cannes Film Festival, made by Lajli. It gets to the heart of social inequality, urban poverty, crime and radicalisation in France's suburbs, and it does feature some amazing performances from non-professional actors. Now, that's named as well. More French talent. Alexandre Desplat has been named for composing the score, the composer for Little Women. Jérémy Clapin for Best Animated Feature, his beautiful film I Lost My Body, which is about a disembodied hand in the streets of Paris. Definitely recommend that one. But again, Parasite, Bong Joon-ho's film from Korea, that's named in the Best International Feature as well. And he already won that at the Golden Globes just a week ago. He used his speech, his acceptance speech, to highlight that people should be watching more international cinema. They should be broadening their horizons. He said, once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you'll be introduced to so many more amazing films. And that film has earned $23.9 million at the American box office. So it's proof that, great
to be
cinema.
scared, I was scared to watch it because I would have to see it in French subtitles. So, and finally, moving on from you. Now, we saw the Golden Globes just last week, and it gives us a taste of what is to come. The awards came under fire for the lack of diversity. Some saw as a lack of women and black in the main roles.
Yeah, now one name people were really keen to see in this Oscars shortlist was Greta Gerwig for her film Little Women. Now, she is there. She's been nominated for Best Picture. She was also nominated for Best Director 2 years ago for her feature Lady Bird. Not many other women, I must admit, in the selection. Had the Academy wanted to celebrate them, there were plenty of other high-profile films this year made by Lulu Wang, The Farewell, Lorenz Scafaria, Hustlers, and Casey Lemon's Harriet, but they didn't feature too prominently. The Academy has made a huge effort to include more people of colour, more women, especially extending the membership to other countries. That's been a kind of a 4-year effort going on now, but even so, the organisation does remain 68% male and 84% white.
Thank you very much for that, Olivia. Olivia Salazar-Winspear breaking down